Let's make this beautiful pineapple bowl filled with rice and chicken teriyaki together. I'm gonna prep my rice. I'm gonna do 2 cups of basmati rice. To it, I'm gonna add a little bit of soy sauce. And then instead of cooking it in water, I'm gonna cook it in chicken broth. Cooking in chicken broth helps bring up the nutrients in it, and it also just gives it a better flavor. I'm gonna give it a little stir so it's all mixed together and put it into my rice cooker. While the rice is cooking, I'm gonna marinate my chicken. This is my favorite teriyaki, but you use whatever you like. I'm making an extra big batch because I want leftovers. So now I'm gonna cover it and put it in the fridge to marinate for about an hour to an hour and a half. Now that the chicken is marinated, we're gonna season it up. Some pepper, some salt, garlic, onion powder, and then pop it in the oven and cook it all the way through. Okay, so I'm warming up a pan and I'm gonna add olive oil, or I guess avocado oil, my bad, and my green beans. And then to this, I'm gonna season these up with some salt, pepper, a little everything of the bagel, a little garlic powder, and some honey to keep that sweetness through the whole thing. If you like heat, you could also add some red chili flakes here. If I do it, my kids won't eat it, but it's really good. Now to this pan, I'm also gonna put in some raw cashews to cook up with it. There we go. Then I'm gonna add just a tiny bit of chicken broth to get them steaming first, and then it'll boil off and everything will saute up really nice. Going for a few minutes, you can see the water has mostly boiled off, or the chicken broth, and they are starting to get that beautiful vibrant green. So I'm just gonna let them saute off for a few more minutes. The next step is where you're going to prep our pineapple bowls. So I'm going to use a very large knife and cut this directly in half. You have your pineapple in half. You're going to take a paring knife and go around the outside, leaving the bits that you wouldn't eat anyways, like where those hard seeds are there. So you're going to come in about a little over a 1/4 inch there and cut all the way around. Be sure not to come through the skin on the outside. Now I'm just going to cut down the center on that hard core and then cut little chunks this way. So I'll show you guys. Then I'm going to take a large spoon and go from underneath and kind of push. You can hear it separate. And then when you go to the other side, you can hear it separate again and they will pop out. And then remember to cut out that core that's still in there. And then I have all the chunks out. I'm just gonna take my spoon and clean it up the way you would the inside of like a cantaloupe or a honeydew. So this is what it'll look like when it's all hollowed out for you. Our rice is done, chicken's done, our green beans are all sauteed. At this point, I'm just gonna add a little extra teriyaki over this chicken and stir it in. And then we can assemble our bowls.